Now, just for a second here, I'm going to do this so I can come forward and show you the queen. And you're totally safe there, Tim. The queen comes in a special cage on her own. She's bigger than the other ones. There's a couple workers in there with her. She's the one with the really long abdomen, if you can see that on the video or not. There's none near me, so you're clear. Tim, our cameraman today, is a little bee-leery, so we're kind of making some considerations for him. But that's the queen in there. What you have is she ships in her own little cage. She's got a couple little attendants there that are feeding her, taking care of her, and turning channels on Oprah for her and all that good stuff. Anywho, sometimes you'll see them with the candy cork. Normally you see that's just a regular piece of old cork right there. Now, we're not going to release the queen at this particular moment. What we're going to do is we're going to hang her cage in there amongst the frames, and she's going to put out her scent for a couple days. All right? This is going to get all the workers used to her and going, okay, she's around, everything's cool. She probably wouldn't take off at this point, but we don't want to release her just yet. We'll give it about 2-3 days, maybe in a day and a half, we'll release her. It's again, a lot of this stuff is whenever you're comfortable with, all that sort of thing. I wouldn't release her immediately. I wouldn't wait more than 3 days by any stretch of the imagination. But we're going to hang her cage in here. Between a couple of the frames. Remember, we've left. Oops. Fell down there. Some of these queen cages will come with a little hanger. Some of them won't. This one didn't. There's also a little plastic cup type thing that they do now as well too. But we're going to leave a couple of the frames out just for the time being, and we're going to set the queen cage in there. And again, now they're just smelling, they're hearing the queen, everything's good. You don't necessarily have to do it right now, but it's good to, anytime you start a new hive, and once in the spring and once in the fall for your established hives, is to treat them preventatively for AFB and EFB, American foul brood and European foul brood. I believe it's American foul brood is that you can do prophylactically. Anyway, what you do is you mix terramycin that you can get at the feed store, all right, with powdered sugar, all right, and the directions are on the terramycin. I'm going to shake it up really good, and this is as good a time as any, I feel, to go ahead and do it. They're already covered in sugar water, so you might not know actually too much. Maybe you're using a new supplier for your bees. You don't know how well they tested out this year and such like that. I don't see any reason not to treat them now. This hive is now, this package has been installed. This hive is going to be set for a while. We will start feeding them. We can go ahead, the package manufacturer left us sugar syrup there in the that our package arrived with. We might as well just go ahead and use that for the time being. We can transfer that right into our mason jar and put it in our entrance feeder. One thing you might want to do as well, depending on again the climate and such, is you might want to stuff some leaves and such in the front of your entrance, or use an entrance reducer to allow to restrict movement for a couple days. Technical difficulties. To restrict the movement of the bees for a couple days. You want to keep them in the hive. You want to keep them used to smelling that queen over and over again, and to get them to start working for you. That's the point of that. I think this would be better with a little gin and vodka, but that's just me. Nah. Never touch that stuff. It's the hard stuff. But anywho, so we've done that. We're going to stick our entrance feeder in there. We'll get some pine needles, stuff them up in the entrance, and that's installing a package. Again, there's going to be variations on this. Some old-timers are going to do this or that differently. Some people that are just getting started are going to do things differently. This works for me. This isn't designed to be a, end-all and be-all, my bee kung fu is better than yours, any kind of nonsense like that. This is just to help folks get started. Anything I'm missing there, Todd? Can't think of anything off the top of my head. For Paul Productions, we appreciate it. Good luck, and get you some bees this year. Get working for that.